So, I don't know how many of you believe in the story of reincarnation, but me, I've seen it in movies, documentaries. Yeah, I don't know whether it's true, but there's this story about this lady, about this child called Mary. So, first of all, let us define what is reincarnation. Yeah, to my own understanding, I think reincarnation is the belief or a concept that after a living being dies, its soul or its spirits return into a new body. Yeah, like it's the circle of birth, death, and rebirth. Like it continues until the soul reaches a state of enlightenment or liberation. Yeah, so it just moves. Yeah, until the soul is saying, enough is enough. So, by the way, if you're coming to this page for the first time and you love our videos, kindly subscribe to our channel, share to get more of such content. So, in 1939, in a small village, Gubersville, don't know whether you have heard the name, that is in Indiana, a young couple, they were just married not many years after they got a child, and the child they named her Mary. So Mary was vibrant, just a normal child, growing up, playing with the friends and everything. Yeah, until Mary reached the age of talking, and they realized that Mary was not talking their language in Indiana. Yeah, somehow they thought it was gibberish, kind of, but it was a different language, peculiar, out of the ordinary. So the parents were surprised, like what is happening with Mary and the rest. And after some time, they went to language experts and everything, and they were told that was Chinese. That was Chinese, yeah, Chinese. That is the language the China people use. Yeah, and it was not just Chinese; it was fluent Chinese. She was even using phrases that no one had ever heard about. It was a language, it was fluent, and some phrases were used long time ago. You know languages, let me say we are improving in language, like the things, the terms and terminologies we used to use long time ago, we don't use them anymore. Yeah, for example, I'm a Luo from Kenya. Like my Luo is different from the Luos of maybe my forefathers or my grandfather or someone. Yeah. So one day, one day, Mary is still young and he's playing with a lot of things, and there was a map, and he pointed a place in the map that is in remote China, and she insisted that the parents take her there. For days, she kept crying and telling her parents to take her there. So the parents were tired of this, and they were like, okay, let's go, because they were also curious. They were also eager to know, like, what is it about this child and the map and this remote area in China. So they boarded a train. They boarded a train and left. So when they reached this fine remote area in China, they were still on a train, just moving to the remote areas and something. Mary started pointing certain building. It was more of a shack, old kind of, and she insisted the train to stop. So in the next stop, they were forced to stop, and they went towards that direction. When they reached at the place, Mary ran towards the door and knocked frantically, like vigorously, until an old man opened. he was surprised because he did not know them, and the parents were also like, okay, let's wait and see. So Mary smiled at this old guy or peep and insisted, asking him, "Don't you know me? Don't you know me?" Until he pushed her way into the house and went somewhere to the wall and pulled a box. Pulling the box, there was a doll. She took the doll and insisted to the old man, "This was mine, this was mine, this was mine." The old man was also surprised. So the parents came inside to make sure, to confirm everything was alright. After further much talk and everything, this old man was claiming that she knew Mary and Mary had died long time ago. Maybe I think it's a story that the old man got from the parents or distant relatives. Yeah, because the old man also inherited the place. Yeah, in China they have this. I don't know whether it's a norm, I should call it. I don't know the name I should use, but you can inherit a house from your aunt, from your dad, from like anywhere, as long as the house has no occupants and it belongs to a relative of yours. Unaweza enda uishi huko. Yeah. So Mary died at a young age, and she was buried. I don't know it was about of diseases or what was the cause, but she had died. And now we are here in 19. It was around 1940s, early 40s, because she was still young. Yeah, she was born in 1939, and she was claiming that was her place. So what scared me was this story is nowhere. I've looked for the documentaries, I've looked for research books, nimeenda Chrome and everything, our Google machines and the rest, browsers. I'm only getting pieces, tiny pieces of this story. So if you have come across the story before, you have heard about all this, kindly leave me a comment. Tell me how the story ended, because I couldn't get touch of how the story of Mary ended, the reincarnated Mary.